We are going to be talking about reporting with AI today. We'll be showing some of our new Horizon platform. I've been having many conversations with a lot of our customers over the past few weeks. We have a lot of customers that are moving over to the Horizon platform, making that transition. If that's something that you're interested in doing, please feel free to reach out to myself or support or Dakota. I will probably be the person to help you with that conversation, so feel free to just reach out to me directly. So just at zach.hinsey@concord.app, and I'll bring that up here at the end of the call as well. But yeah, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to help you have that conversation to see what that would look like. Let's jump in and we'll start going through some of the reporting that we have here inside the platform. So for those of you that are brand new to Horizon, this will look a lot different than what your Concord Classic looks like. This is the new Horizon platform. We've completely redesigned the entire application to be more up to date, more user friendly, and we've added a lot of new functionality and features in the system as well. We're going to start out with our Copilot here. So I'm just going to go into a new chat. This is actually what you now see when you first log into Concord Horizon, the application. And this is our AI Copilot. So with this, you can do many different things. I can drag and drop documents in to upload them into Concord to review them. I can also search documents here. I can create them. I can use this for support, attach things to upload, lots of different options. So what I want to do here to start with is I have a couple use cases for the Copilot to be able to build some reports. And then we'll go through some of the search capabilities as well. Let me just pull this up here. So the first thing that I'm going to have the system pull for me, the first report, is I want to see a report of all contracts that are over 100,000. So pretty straightforward. What we're actually kind of the technology behind the scenes here is we're using a few different things. The OCR, as you know, is going to convert your documents into that text format. So that's already happened. And then we're using the AI to actually search through your documents to find, which ones have this piece of metadata in them and which ones are meeting the criteria for my report that I'm having it build. Dakota, you want to talk about what's kind of happening behind the scenes a little bit more?
Yeah, so if any of y'all joined our MCP webinar a week or two ago, we're using a kind of a more expanded tool set than what we do with just the MCP. Basically, what's happening is whenever AI runs on one of your documents in Concord, or whenever you load a new document in Horizon, AI will automatically run on it. We gather some of the information about your document, and then we also gather all of the language from the OCR search. And then whenever you ask questions, whether it be through the search mode or through just the conversation in the Copilot, we're looking through all of that data in order to kind of put these answers together. And at that point, the LLM or the AI that we have integrated in takes over and it looks through all this information and puts together this report, which, as y'all know, a report is just a series of filters within Concord. So it goes through and it adds filters to your list of documents, then allowing you to go in and kind of get this more filtered down view of your inbox. Um, and you can then do all of the things on top of this that you would in your inbox. So if you want to rearrange, you want to add different columns, you want to add more filters, you can either do so with the filter icon or you can interact with the just natural language and say, actually, narrow it down further here.
Yep, absolutely. And as you can see here, you've got the report itself. And with this report, I can filter it so I can choose to add or remove certain columns. You can really get specific with this report that we built. We can export this out into Excel. One of the cool things that I like about Horizon is we've completely reworked this whole table and reporting inside of Concord. And I was actually showing this to some customers this week, and they were blown away because they're like, wait, now you can only so with our old reporting, it would kind of pull out everything. You either have the simple export or the advanced export. The cool thing with Horizon is you can get really specific about what data you want to export into Excel, You don't have to export just the simple or the advanced. You get to come in here and literally choose exactly which data fields you want to have show up in this report. And then once I'm happy with it, I can then export that out to the system and it'll take that into Excel or CSV. So all of the reporting in Concord is just got a lot more customizable than what we had with the old platform. And so you can see here from the results that I pulled, under the filter, I can see this contract is signed and the total contract value is over 100,000. So the AI did all that. I didn't obviously tell it, I just gave it a prompt and then it built this report, it added all the filters and did what it needed to do there. So just to give you an idea of, something you could pull with that. Let's do a different um, query here through the Copilot, a different search. I'm going to just go ahead and start a new chat here. I'm going to look and see if any of my contracts have an auto renewal clause or any of that language within my contracts. And so once again, it's going to pull a report for me. In this case, it's also going to kind of highlight a few of these other contracts here. So these are the contracts that have a auto renewal clause. And of course, I can click into them if I want to get more information in the documents themselves. So we have that here, and it's created that list report for me as well. So that's just one other example there. It's just a very quick way to find things across your entire database of contracts using our Copilot. One other one here, just to show you before we talk about the search itself. Maybe I want to see all of my contracts that have a termination for convenience clause. So we're going to go ahead and just pull that up here. Yeah, and it's going to go through all that data and pull it up. I mean, if you think about how you would do this in Concord Classic, you would have to search for a specific language, you'd pull a report. The problem with the search queries in the old Concord platform is that you can't really do a lot with them. They're not super customizable. You can't really save them. You can't turn them into reports. So I think this is a really big advancement, just in usability, being able to pull this data up. So once again, it's pulled that list for me, giving me some details here. Here are the contracts from your Concord repository that contain a termination for convenience clause. And so it's going to list them here for me and give me some more details. And I'm going to ask a follow-up question here. There we go. And that was very fast. That was very snappy. So I just asked it to give me a good termination for convenience clause, and it just created that for me. So if I wanted to, I could put that in my clause library. I could save that for later. So it's written a whole new clause there for me using that Copilot. So yeah, hopefully you can see these are some of the functionalities you can do with the new Copilot. It works quite well. And if you have any questions about it, just let us know. Now, Dakota, anything else you want to add on Copilot before we move to AI search?
Um, Really just that this is kind of just one of the many things that Copilot does. We don't need to get into all of them, but if you go down there and click the plus on the Copilot, you'll see that there are multiple modes here. So we're focused today on the reporting, which is also with the search, but you can also be using the same interface for generating new documents, for asking support questions, for asking questions about documents that before you even add them to Concord, you can attach and ask questions about them. So this new functionality is really going to be kind of the engine of Concord moving forward as we add and attach kind of new bits of functionality to this Copilot.
All right, let's put it to the test. Here we go. So I just did, he mentioned contract review. So I just uploaded a contract here into the system. And I just said review this document for me. And so it's going to give me a quick overlying kind of recap of what's in this document. So there we go. And it kind of just broke it out here for me. So I could, of course, have it like, oh, highlight the risks or whatever I want it to do. And you can do this, as you know, in the individual document Copilot as well, but sometimes people like to do this before they even upload it into the system for different reasons. And so you have the ability to do that here as well. So Just pulling up some of that information there. So that's yeah, contract review, contract creation. I don't know if any of you have seen like how to upload documents into Concord now. It's a different process with Copilot and with Horizon in general. So all I do is just go new document, I drag and drop this in, I upload this, and then I'll answer a few questions and it creates it in the system. So I do think it's a smoother process because it's a little bit clearer on like what we're actually going to do with this document. So this one I'm going to upload is already signed. I'll edit the title a little bit, choose the folder it's going to go into, and then I'll just save that to Concord. And so that's just going to create the document, upload it into the system, and it's also going to immediately start the AI extraction to pull out the key details. So it's just kind of really smooth from drag and drop, uploading it, getting in the tool, having the AI extract out the details. That's really the power of what we've been building with Concord over the past probably about 2 years now, actually, since we started this AI journey. So yeah, and then all the data extracts right here into the summary sheet, fills in all of our life cycle details, our financial amounts, third parties, agreement category, and doc type. So yeah, I've been showing this a lot on demos lately, kind of that new flow, and I just think people see like how quick and easy it is to get stuff into the system. So, and that's the whole goal, right? To make your life
Mhm.
easier for sure. Let's transition into the actual search. So for those of you that have been using Concord for a long time, and I know a lot of you on this call have been, we had that search bar kind of at the top left there that takes you into a whole new search window, and you're able to use a keyword search in the system. We completely redesigned the search inside of Concord Horizon. We're not using the search provider that we were using before. We're actually using a AI basically to search across your contracts. And the cool thing with that is you're not able to only search by keywords or phrases. You can now also ask questions to actually have them, you can ask questions in the search, I should say. So for example, maybe I want to find all contracts that have governing law in the USA specifically. And so that's something I can search by now. And so it's going to be able to go in, look across my contracts, and then pull up those contracts for me here in the system. Looks like it found 20 different contracts in this result, and it's pulled them up. So, before I really only had the ability to type in keywords, name of the document, maybe some of the language in a clause, and it would pull that up. Now I have the ability to ask questions, put in keywords, do whatever else I need to do to find that data. So that's all
Mhm.
here. We also, as you can see, the search results are landing inside of the inbox view, which means all of the cool features we have with the inbox view, the whole new table that we built, we have them in the search results. So I can sort, I can pin columns. If like I want to pin that title to the left over here so I can do a left to right scroll, I can do that. I can also resize my columns to make them a little bit cleaner. I can also like add or remove columns directly from here, and I can filter as well. So all the same stuff that we had in the normal inbox view, also have with the search results themselves. That alone is a feature that many of our customers ask for. They're like, hey, we want to be able to get to a set of documents we search for, and then we want to be able to do more with that. We want to be able to export it, keep it the same, save it, maybe add some other data points to it. And so you can now do that with the way that we've set up the search here. So, Dakota, anything you want to add there?
Yeah, just I think the filtering and exporting are something that we are really excited about, being able to kind of blur the lines a little bit between searching and reporting by allowing you to filter on top of your search results. And really, you can add multiple filters here and stack and get really precise with starting with a search query and then filtering down from there if you need to. And so you can really play with your data a lot more now. That being said, we also still have a standard, just kind of you want to throw a word in and search for everywhere that word shows up, all the documents, that standard lexical, the word we use for it, search, still exists. So you can always just search for just everything that has the word Salesforce in it or something like that by just typing that single word into the search bar. But if you really want to dive in and do some analysis on your contracts, you can do what Zach is showing here and really play with the filters. And then once you have some of these filters set, you can even save the filters as a report, or just export the whole view down.
Yep, see, save as report. We'll choose the report we want to name it. Um, USA governing law. I can put a description if you want, and I can save it so that I can pull that back up later if I wanted to. And now I have that report. So if I were to go to my reports in the system here, oh, go back into my reports, then I would be able to see somewhere USA governing law, which is the one that I just created there. So, and it's got probably some weird filters applied to it that I just need to take out, but so there we go. So yeah, it's very easy to kind of get to a set of data, find what you're looking for, save it, you can export it. So it's just easy to do that in the system now, which is great. Awesome. Is there anything, I'm trying to think anything else we want to show. So a couple other results here. Maybe we also want to look at some other things. Like for example, I'm still in search mode here. Maybe I want to see all contracts with renewal in less than 30 days. Obviously, we have other places we could do that in Concord. But if I wanted to do that here through a quick search by just finding that information, I could. So yeah, just hopefully you can see it's very easy to find things within the tool. You can search for it, you can pull it up here, save it, do what you need to do. Um, yeah, I think that's all I've got on that. Dakota, anything else you want to add, or we could talk about roadmap if we want to as well.
Yeah, I think a question that comes up when we talk about reports is, are we able to share them? We're not quite there yet. That is something that we're working on, and so keep your eyes peeled. It should be coming in the not too distant future. But yeah, I think that's a good segue. If we want to hop over, we can also show off our public roadmap. In case not everybody was aware, we do have now a public roadmap on our website, so you can get kind of a preview of what we're working on next. It's worth noting that our roadmap is always changing and adjusting. So the way we sort things here is by season. And it's worth keeping an eye on this because this page updates and shifts often as we add new things to the roadmap or maybe move things around. But
I'm
certainly,
laughing because it has changed since yesterday. I'm noticing
yeah.
it's different. So it does constantly change, and we do a good job keeping it up to date here. So if you want to check on what's coming up, just take a look here. Looks like we might have a question.
We've got a question about getting on Concord Horizon.
Yeah, so the answer is just contact me. So I just put my email address into the chat here. The easiest way to move over to the new one is just do a quick account assessment with me. I'll take a look at what you currently are paying, what plan you have, and what it would take to get you over to the new system. So that's the easiest way to do it. Yeah, just reach out to us. And you can just reach out to me directly. Totally fine. I'm having a lot of those conversations every day now, so it's great. As far as upcoming releases here, there's some stuff we're really excited about for Q1. We don't think there'll be any other major releases in December. Is that right, Dakota? I can't think of anything coming out this month.
No, there's not going to be any other big things coming out. We actually go onto our holiday code freeze in a little over a week, and so we'll be locking down for the holidays to make sure that there are no last minute changes that trip anybody up around the holidays. And so you'll see some minor improvements here and there coming out this week, and then everything else that we work on will be released in January. So we've got some cool stuff coming though in January.
Absolutely. So just really quickly talking about them, the two that I'm most excited about are AI extraction and agent. So currently in the system, we have a number of different data fields that are extracting automatically. Like I just showed you, you upload the document, it pulls the data out, it makes your life a whole lot easier. What we're just about to release is the ability to have custom extraction. So if there's other things that you want to have the AI pull for you automatically, that will be coming out here very soon. So for example, maybe you have a policy that says every time we have an MSA upload in the system, we want to be able to capture limitation of liability, indemnity, termination for convenience, language, whatever. And those are all kinds of things that you could have the AI look for automatically for you. That way, if you are a SaaS company or you're a company where you're doing these contracts over and over again and you alter them, well, then that's going to be able to pick up the differences for you and see what's in them. So those are types of things that we have coming out with that custom extraction. We also have a lot of people that come to us and say, hey, I have like 2,000 documents. I want to be able to upload them into Concord and have you guys pull out all of these different things that I need for my reporting. That custom AI extraction will be able to do that. So, and that'll work for existing customers as well. So that is coming out here. I don't know exactly timeline, maybe January, maybe later, but that's one of the
Mhm.
next things that we'll be releasing for sure. So we're very excited about that. The other one are these agents. So we have we're going to be building these AI agents that will essentially be like a playbook for you where they can automatically go in. You'll kind of train the agent, you'll teach it what you're comfortable with and how you want to be able to, negotiate and operate in the system within your contracts. And then the agent will be able to go in based on your playbook and say, okay, these are the things that don't meet your standard playbook. Maybe this payment term is too long, or maybe this, limitation liability cap is higher than what you normally accept. So it'll be able to go in there and flag those risks, and then also you can kind of redline and mark those up in the system as well. So lots of different things we can do with that with the agents. We're gonna just have the first few of them probably out here next quarter. But ultimately you'll be able to build new agents and we kind of want to have like a store where people can go and grab these agents or kind of like an app store where you can say, okay, I want this one and this one and this one. They're not going to cost anything. It's more just kind of a place to have them. And so you could build out agents there and you could have other people use them. And we think that that could be something that our users would really like. So yeah. Dakota, anything you want to add on extraction or agents?
Yeah, I think you covered really well kind of the overview of what we're building there. I think one of the things to point out is we're not just focused on it being able to the AI being able to extract specific things, whether it's the custom AI extraction or to review. We really want to put into your hands when these run. So we're focused right now on helping also build out a way for you to say, hey, I want these to run on all of my documents as soon as they're uploaded, or I want when a certain custom property is set to this to then run on all of my on those documents, or I just want to manually do it. And so we're trying to put a lot of the power in your hands for deciding, whereas our AI extraction right now is just you either manually turn it on or it runs whenever you upload a document. We're trying to make these agents and this custom AI extraction a bit more focused so you can decide exactly what needs the AI to run on it and what doesn't in order to pull this information or run these analysis.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, so lots of work on our side. Our teams have been working on both of those for a while now, and we hope to have some good news for you here very soon. And of course, we'll be doing webinars on all this as soon as we are able to do that. We do also have that report sharing that Dakota was talking about, so being able to share reports with your colleagues across the whole organization. That is something that I have been getting asked about for the full 10 years I've worked at Concord. We're glad that we're finally about able to do that in the system. That'll be great. We also have some new support coming in the application. We have some new Copilot capabilities like being able to compare documents, edit documents, things like that. And then we're also improving the in-document Copilot. And so you'll be able to ask questions about other documents from within there and do some different things. So lots of cool features coming. I think 2026 is going to be a huge year for Concord yet again. Now that we have released Horizon, kind of the baseline package, we will just continue to improve that and make it even easier and more powerful every day. So that's really the idea. So yeah, if you have interest in moving to that package, reach out to me directly. I'm more than happy to set up a call with you and or just send pricing or whatever it might be. I just got to do a quick account assessment. But yeah, let us know if you have any questions. Feel free to, if you have any questions right now, feel free to put them into the chat of the Q&A Is there another question here, or did we already answer that? I think we answered it. Okay,
Looks
yeah,
like,
we should be
yeah.
good. Yeah, so if anything else comes up, just let us know. You know where to find us. And we'll be doing, I mean, we'll continue to do these webinars on a weekly cadence. So hopefully we'll be giving you new topics and ideas. If there's any topics or things that you want us to cover, please let us
Hmm.
know. We're more than happy to do that. Um, we are, as you know, at Concord, very easy to work with, and we can adjust based on what our customers want to see. So just let us know. Absolutely. Great. Well, thank you all for your time. Hopefully you've learned at least something today, and we will continue on. But yeah, have a great rest of the day.